Hello, I'm Nige.
And I'm Anders. Still got my glasses on. Welcome to our extraordinary beer channel. Cheeky extra we're doing here.
It's one extra because we finished filming. What we just filmed. It was the
Just in cask ales.
Cask ales, and it wasn't the best session we've ever done. But we're having one extra.
We are.
We feel like an extra one. And what have you got today, Anders?
We haven't told each other what we're having.
No. So I'm quite.
And I came across this purely by mistake or happenstance, perhaps is the word. Independence.
Oh, Bristol Beer Factory.
Yeah,
excellent.
I have never heard of the Bristol Beer Factory.
I have.
I saw this bottle in Morrison's, and I thought, do you know, that marketing.
How much more black can that be?
And it could be no more black.
None more black.
None more black. Sorry. Oh, God, my Spinal Tap references are out of whack. What's wrong with me? Okay. But no, it looks lovely. And I thought, I'm buying that. I just hope it stands up.
Well, today I've got homebrew.
Have you?
And I've got, it'll mean nothing because it's a bottle of beer.
That's how it is.
It's an American pale ale, American IPA, sorry.
Young's?
Festival.
Oh, okay.
I know you like the festival beers.
Yeah.
And yeah, I fancied one of those.
Big fan of the festival beers. The Young's are good as well.
I prefer the Young's personally.
Yeah.
But I've gone for the festival because the Young's isn't ready yet.
Fair enough. Well,
this comes in at about 6 point something, 6.12.
Right. Okay. Let's have a look at this. This is. I'm going to look at this. Don't check. It's 4.6. So nothing crazy.
But I'm going to get broken and I'm going to fire up beer can in a moment. I'm going to teach you how to pour a bottle conditioned beer. Because you mustn't double pour a bottle conditioned beer unless you like yeast mixed up with your beer.
Well, indeed.
I know some people like that, but it just reminds me of my dad's homebrewed beer when I.
Right. Oh, in that case, yes. Go to Beer Cam. I'll tell you what. Teach us.
Well, this is a slightly bigger bottle. This one. It's a 660ml. So it's more than a pint. So I have 2 glasses because you've got to pour it in one pour. As soon as you tip it up, it all mixes up and your next pour is going to be yeasty stuff. So I get my preferred glass and I've got a secondary glass because sometimes it bubbles up quite a lot. And so you want a little bit, sometimes I'll pour it into a jug. But anyway,
yeah,
it comes on.
I've done some green brewing, which is it's very severe frothing.
But I know this one's not too it wasn't actually much priming sugar in this. It's quite a low amount. So it's not that carbonated. So fairly clear, both. The second one's a little bit more cloudy because I've got a little bit of yeast in that, but my first pint, that's crystal clear.
Lovely.
From a bottle conditioned beer. Bottle.
Right. So I'm going to crack open my
That
independence.
The hops are still coming through from this. Smells absolutely fantastic. Grapefruit citrus smell from this one. Is that a bottle conditioned one or is it just normal?
Just normal, I think. Let me just clarify. Normal.
For those that don't know, a bottle conditioned beer is it's bottled into the bottle once the fermentations, and more sugar is added, and when the cap's put on, it bubbles up again, and the CO2 creates the bubbles from the byproduct of the yeast interactions.
Yeah.
But it means you get a yeast deposit at the bottom of the bottle.
Yeah. Well, this looks lovely. This is.
Bear with.
Very nice. Oh, this has got such a nice citrusy smell to it.
Just to give you an idea, this is the bottom of the bottle. I'm going to pour it into here. And that's what you get at the bottom of a bottle conditioned beer.
Comparison, please.
And that compared with that.
Yeah, there we go.
You don't want that.
You don't want that.
Some people do like that in there. I don't.
No. I do what you do, but I nick the cloudy stuff first.
Yeah.
It still feels like a waste. I'm a tightwad.
Yeah. Well, I might drink that. Anyway, cheers. I'm going in.
Chin chin.
Oh, that's bloody good. Now that's homebrewed, and that's streets ahead of those 3 beers we've just had.
Really? Okay.
The depth of flavour, again, it's an American IPA, so the hops, it's hugely hot.
Mm-hmm.
Citrus hops, it's
thankfully,
just got flavour. The other ones really didn't.
Honestly, this is astonishing. This
sorry, what sort of beer is it?
It's an US Pale Ale.
All right.
Citing itself as. And do you know what the first taste of me says? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I tried a beer the other day, Tropical Ferret, which was honestly, Orland Woodhouse, I try to like their beers, but this was just horrible. It was like drinking an alcoholic Robinson's Summer Fruits cordial. It was just disappointing. Everything was just so big and in your face. This, I mean, if we look at the hops that we've got in here, we've got 3 hops. We've got Amarillo, Citra, Mosaic. They're your classic kind of fruity IPA hops, aren't they? Yeah, you can really taste that. There's a really nice citrus taste to this.
This is, when I brewed this, I cocked this up a little bit, and for what, anyway, it's meant to come out at 6%. It's actually a little bit more than that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it's about 6.2 to 6.4, but it doesn't taste like that.
Okay.
That's the thing with the American IPAs, American Pale Ales, the alcohol's hidden. You just don't notice it, and you drink this. It's just nice, refreshing, and
we have said this before. I mean, we've brewed beer for centuries in Britain, but it's taken the Americans to teach us how to brew.
And I follow some. There's one American brewing channel I follow, and they said, "Oh, we're making a wheat beer today, and we're making an Irish red ale."
Yeah.
It's quite a weak one. It's only about 5 point something, whatever it was. 5 point. That's classed as weak.
Yeah.
And that says it all, because the craft beer, it's 6-7% is what they is their standard.
I'm getting. I suppose I'm getting your normal tropical, fruity, citrusy tastes from what you'd expect from a US Pale Ale. I've got pineapple going on. I've got mango going on. and all wrapped in with a little hint of lemon.
When you get a strong IPA, a strong pale ale,
Yeah.
why isn't that an IPA?
Don't know.
It's bizarre because one of the kits I've made is the American Pale Ale from Young's, and that was 5.5%. Isn't that an IPA? What's the difference? I think it's just this redefinition of what these beer terms are.
Yeah, and this is something that we will address in future.
Yeah. So a pale ale, even at 4.5%, in the olden days, that would have been an IPA.
Yeah.
The IPAs were about 4.5 to 5%. But now a pale ale can be 6%, which is just nuts. What I'd like to talk about is your album of the week.
My album of the week.
I spied that as soon as we went online.
You did, yeah. I'd forgotten about it completely. This, ladies and gentlemen,
right away, not the 9 o'clock news. Hedgehog sandwich.
How's that shaping up on the camera, Nige? Is that looking good?
That's looking good.
Excellent, thank you.
Which is a comedy album from the 1970s, 80s?
80s, early 80s, yeah.
Early 80s, yes.
Griffiths Jones, Mel Smith, Rowan Atkinson, Pamela.
And for the young audience, Rowan Atkinson, Mr. Bean. Mr.
Bean, yeah.
That's where he started.
Yeah. And for the younger audience, Mel Smith is the one that's dead. But Griffiths Jones, he does a lot of stuff. Yeah. And Pamela, I've forgotten her surname. I feel bad about that.
No, that she's Baywatch person. Pamela Stevenson it was. Yeah. Who's now married to Billy Connolly. She's a
psychotherapist and she's married to Billy Connolly.
Yes. But this was the next wave after the Pythons, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It was massive when it happened.
How you doing with your beer then?
Well, I'm down to that, but I've still got that to go. My secondary from the overflow pour.
Oh, all right, I see. Fair enough.
But I'm definitely not going to go for that bit.
That's.
And I've just spilt it everywhere. Do
you know what? I took a punt on that popper.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I am chuffed with that, and I would be going back to buy that again. We've discussed previously off screen Mind Haze, which is a beer produced by an American company called Firestone Walker, and I put that in the same category.
Wow.
Very similar.
High praise indeed. And
you need to explore.
Pardon?
You need to explore.
I know. We just got to get out and about and go places and go to your supermarkets, go to little bottle shops, and you'll find a treasure chest. Go to a normal supermarket in a different area, you'll get different beers.
That's the thing we found, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, there'll always be a core range, which is
Doom Bar, Green King. They're everywhere. Well, and that's why they're rubbish.
But you will find different beers. I mean, we've had so many issues with trying to sort of source the same sort of beers.
I know.
With a 200-mile difference between us, but
130-mile difference.
I took us. I thought 200. That's too much, isn't it?
Way out.
Yeah. But yes, it's and also do try your local bottle shops. There's a place in Southampton. I forget the name. I'll come back to you on that. It's a tiny shop, but it's floor to ceiling, rammed with beer. And you walk in there, and it's like walking into Willy Wonka's. It's just so exciting. It's I don't know where to start. And thankfully, those people behind the counter, they're like us. They know what they're talking about.
You're looking for something different.
Yeah.
And
that.
Yeah, I go in, I might think, oh, I've had that one, I had that one. That was nice, that was nice, that was nice. But you're looking for something else. I've not
Yeah.
had that. That might be nicer. So you'll buy that. And you buy that one, you're probably better off buying something else you've had, which has been nicer, but you'll go for the punt on the new one.
Just try it. Yeah.
And yeah, it's all about trying extra beers. I work with professionally, I work with a bottle shop. And it was quite interesting, just chatting to the owner of the shop. And they said that when the customers are coming in, anything new, they'll buy. And the stronger the ABV, the more likely they are to buy it. Cost wasn't an issue. They just buy it. And I thought, that's how I shop. Exactly how I shop. I go the IPA 6.5, oh, I have that.
Yeah.
No questions asked. I've not had that one at 6.5%. I'll buy that. Oh, what's the price? Oh, bloody hell. Oh, it's all right. I haven't had it before. Are you the same?
Yes, I think I am. I like to think I'm not, but really, yes, I am. Anyway, with that said, I think we should draw a close.
Yeah, well, I finished my beer. So
Me too. I think
I lie down now.
Yeah, yes. I'm going to try and get out of my seat and go to the loo. Wish me luck, people. Wish me luck. Like, subscribe, comment. See ya.
Bye.